I'm back again with another WKD did review. This is the Gina Corset. So here's the front, the side, the back, and the other side. Now I'm going to be a little bit different in this review, and I'm actually going to start with the length and the fit of this. This Gina is 9.5 inches long, so I think really it's suitable for any length of torso you have. So it's pretty average. If you have an extremely short torso, you might feel it a little bit uncomfortable on your hip, but I think if you have a moderately short to normal torso all the way up to a long torso, this will be a fine fit for you. As you can see on the side here, with the baby corset that I had shown in a previous video that had hip gores, this corset does not have any hip gores. So it still gives a very nice, smooth, streamlined effect, and it gives a very nice slim figure, but it's not going to give you a humongous, dramatic wasp waist. So if you're one of those girls who are new to waist training and you don't want anything super dramatic, or if you want to wear a corset underneath your clothing and not draw too much attention to yourself, but just give yourself a nice, modern, slim figure, then this will do it for you. It gives a very, very nice silhouette without being overly dramatic. This corset also has 6 garter tabs, and it's long enough that you can actually wear garters with it, unlike the baby corset, but I don't have any garters, so sorry, I can't show that off. Now in terms of sizing, with a lot of other corsets made by this company, you can get away with ordering a corset that is 5, 6, maybe even 7 inches smaller than your natural waist. It's cut so much in a way that it gives you room to accommodate your ribs and your hips when you're lacing your waist very tightly. But with this corset, not so much, because it has the really gentle curves. So for this corset, I would recommend ordering a corset that is maybe only 3 or 4 inches smaller than your natural waist. Now with the material, the tag in this corset is the same as the one in the baby corset. Shell 100% polyester, so that's the satin outer layer, and the lining is 100% cotton, so that's the twill on the inside. The twill is what adds to the strength of it. This tag implies that it's only 2 layers in the corset, but in some areas it does feel like 3 layers, especially where you need the extra reinforcement anyway, such as the Busk and the Grommets, but I'll get to those later. There is a waist tape on here, hidden waist tape like all the other corsets. So that means that you don't see it on the lining side or on the outer side. It's sandwiched in between, so you have a really nice smooth feeling on the inside next to your skin, and you don't see the waist tape on the outside either. But you do have the strength that the waist tape contributes, so that's really nice. The Modesty Panel is longer in this one. Actually, it's 7 inches long, and one reason that I speculate that they made the Modesty Panel on the back here a little bit longer is because since this corset doesn't have very, very dramatic curves, you might have to lace it a little bit looser than the other corsets. So a longer Modesty Panel is going to give you more coverage in the back. The front also has a Modesty placket, so you don't have to worry about your skin being pinched or anything like that. For the construction of this corset, I had already mentioned it doesn't have any hip gores, so you're not going to have quite as much room on your hips as with any of the other corsets. And you're not going to get quite as a dramatic reduction in this corset as any of the other ones. It gives a really nice smooth curve from the waist down to the hips. If you have really large hips and a small waist, this corset might not be suitable for you, but you have other options available. If you have a very up and down figure, very cylindrical, or if you have a big belly, if you're more of an apple shape, or then this corset would be good for you because it gives you just like a nice slim figure that's not too dramatic. This corset also has external boning channels, so you can see the channels on the outside, and on the inside you have the typical floating fashion layer, so you're not going to have any angry red marks from the seams on the inside. Really comfortable. With this corset, because it gives you a really nice smooth inward curve at the waist as opposed to a really dramatic bend like a wasp waist, then I don't have the same problem with this corset as some of the other ones, in that this corset doesn't have the fashion fabric bunch up and wrinkle at the waist. It's just a really nice smooth line from the top to the bottom. Now in terms of the boning, this corset has 12 bones, not including the busk. The 4 bones that are on each side of the corset, those are made from 1/4 inch wide spiral steel boning, nice and flexible, really comfortable. And then of course, on either side of each set of grommets, you have a 1/4 inch wide spring steel bone, really stiff, to help keep your laces straight when you're tightening the corset. In terms of the busk, once again, it's 3/4 inch wide stainless steel busk. It is not very flexible at all, so it's not going to bow inward in your stomach, and it's not going to bow outward either. It's just going to keep your profile nice and flat. And I'm trying to put a lot of force on here, and you can see that it's not bending very much, so it's really nice and strong. As well, the stitching around the busk hasn't pulled out or anything, and I have been breaking this in for about a month, so this is a good sign. In the back, they used 20 2-piece size 0 grommets. They're very well set. They're all equidistant, set about 1 inch apart. None of them have pulled out. None of them are threatening to pull out in any way. None of them are split. None of them fray the ropes. I have no complaints. The laces, I love these laces. They feel like nylon. Well, they don't feel like cotton, and nylon or polyester is better for laces anyways because they can take more tension and they don't break as easily as cotton laces. They're nice and thick. You can grab them and you don't have to worry about having rope burn from them or anything. And they were a little bit springy when I first got them, but after breaking this corset in for about a month, they lost their springiness, but they're still quite strong. They're not threatening to fray or break in any way. They also grip really well, so you don't have to worry about your corset loosening over time or anything like that. And yeah, I have pretty much no complaints. Oh, when I did get this corset in the mail, it was incorrectly laced, and well, it was laced in a way that I didn't like it. So I just relaced it myself. Not really that much of an inconvenience. Took a little bit of time, but you know, you can't really complain about that because it doesn't affect the quality of the corset in any way. This corset costs £120, which right now converts to about $190 here in North America. That is fairly steep price to pay for an off-the-rack corset, I understand that, but I can tell you from personal experience, it's a lot cheaper than a lot of custom-made corsets out there. So for those of you who really want to step up in quality from many other off-the-rack corsets, but you can't quite afford or you're not quite ready to invest in a custom-made corset, this is a really good option for you. So that's all I have to say about the Gina corset. I'll be back in a few days with another review of another WKD corset. I'll talk to you later. Bye.